Media revolution is a tidal wave of morass. It drowns and buries in one stroke. Schmidt and Cohen are right. The revolution will be podcast. We can learn from leaders who came before. Print upended control based on speech, and the cassette tape undercut state control of broadcast messaging. Tame the medium. Tame the revolution.
This is completely idiotic.
Yeah, like most things around here. But you have to do it.
I don't understand this language.
The thing you need to know about English is it doesn't follow its own rules very well.
Kinda like Derringer.
Can I ask you a question? Are you dyslexic?
Maybe. Why?
Well, you keep confusing your right and your left. You do that in Portuguese too?
I don't know. I haven't had to write more than my name since I was 14.
You also may have dysgraphia.
How do you know all this?
I used to be an English teacher.
Seriously? Why did you come to Metamorphosis?
It was hard finding work. Plus, after my brother's death, I wanted to turn my brain off for a while.
Sorry to make you turn it back on.
It's okay. I want you to pass this loyalist entrance exam.
Why?
Misery loves company.
More mail for you, Rathor. Thank you. That's probably the last. My nephew, he writes to me a lot. What's with all the Joker stamps? It is a running joke with me and my nephew. He calls me Jokera. It means Joker in Hindi. Well, Jokara, you can forget about receiving any more letters from your nephew or anyone else. What do you mean? Don't you know? You're a loyalist now. And your loyalty is to this place and this place only. No more communication with the outside. What? For how long? However long you got left in this world.
Well, it's just a quick time moment.
And if you fail,
you
fade to black.
can't actually get back to 5.1 if you fail.
If you fail, you wind back up in the break.
That was actually like a thing. Like there was a point where that was the end of the Republic, where like it wasn't that you wake back up in the breaks, but that if you die at like the last like kind of like leg of the game, you just start the game over. There's also like 10 episodes, and you would play as like Zager and Mireille at some point.
It was a much bigger game.
Go.
Search the area for any additional information relevant to Rohit Rathor. When you find everything you need, go back to the computer.
on the lookout for sympathizers.
Citizen of Metamorphosis. Lucky devil.
content spotted. All personnel, please respond.
Good thinking. P0. Unhand me. Going into biggest pockets. Nice. Going in for the steal. He's empty. There's the computer there. I'll be taking.
Looking back at the development of Republic, I think we faced a lot of challenges just building the game and bringing it to all the different platforms. We started with just a single Mac Pro, and that built our game for iOS, and it handled our Perforce server, cache, it was everything. And as we started to grow onto more platforms, we found that that was just not enough. So we bought more equipment, set up new servers.
And so, but yes, now we're doing all these different platforms, and like, what would you describe the situation now in terms of like this crazy burden that you have in terms of managing?
I've created a monster.
My favorite memory from Republic development is when we were shipping episode 2. Nathan Scott was, he was testing out old saves in the new build with episode 2, which had two big consequences. First one is that in the atrium, the gates would disappear if you had a save from episode 1 ship, which meant you could actually go and complete episode 2 before actually starting it. The other thing was that there were no cameras on the top level of the atrium.
Does he also find some bug where if you somehow you could delete your dev comms?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't remember that for this.
So did you fix that episode 2 gates bug?
Yes, so the save plugin we were using, if you added new things to keep track of in a scene, then with old saves, it would actually delete them when you loaded up the scene instead of just adding them in there. So cameras got deleted, like part of the gates got deleted because the implementation was changed on the gates, and like I had to go and edit that plugin. It was like 2 or 3 a.m. but everybody else was left, so I had to just write instructions
So I left like sticky notes, I left like stuff in Skype, I had notes like all over the source control too on how to do it.
Man, you soldiered on.
Yeah.
Looking back, one of my strongest memories of Republic development was when episode 4 was pitched to me, like when I first came on. Everyone was kind of talking about the story and what kind of abilities you would have and what you're doing and the basic mechanics. And by the end of it, I was basically like, oh, this is really simple. It's just like a really straightforward stealth game where we took everything out from episodes 1 through 3, like the abilities and everything that made you really powerful. And we took all that out, and it's just you, one enemy, get through it without being seen or, caught or whatever. You just have to navigate the environment in a way that you don't make a lot of sound and you don't get seen or caught. And for the most part, you're basically just like Hope's lookout. You're no longer her like eye in the sky that has all these powers that can unlock doors for her and all this other stuff that she's known you to be. You're just like, oh my god, there's the mammoth, get out of the way. And that's all you can do.
It is very pure.
Yes, the very pure version of Republique and stealth. And I think it's a good reminder about like how far you've come, because by the end of episode 3, like I can remember I've done a few playthroughs now, and sometimes I end up with like a whole bunch of pepper sprays or sleep mines, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm just gonna wipe all these guards out and I can do whatever I want. No one can get my way, and then we take everything away from you.
It's kind of cool.
Yep.
All right, so Nathaniel, you're up.
So my favorite memory making Republic, I think probably has to be the first time we submitted the game to Apple for release, which was the day before Thanksgiving, I think exactly like 2 years ago. I'm working on this project and finally kind of seeing it like really be like in its final form, like ready to go out the door after like so many like just really, really like depressing like play tests, a lot of like just struggling to figure out what the game was to make it good, to finally like be at the point where we're like submitting it. It was really cool, and I think just that night too was really kind of like I have a lot of fond memories of, just because we were just like pushing it to the max. Like we were here till I think 4:30 in the morning waiting for that build, and it took like 4 hours to upload, and we had just made the last RC at like 12:30 at night because we were like still finding like these like really crazy like fringe case bugs, but like we were just pushing and pushing and pushing, and it was like RC like 12 or something by the time we kind of like wrapped it up, started the upload, and then even though we all didn't have to be there to like watch it upload, we're just like, no, like we're gonna like stick it out to the end, and so we did, and just like, yeah, we just watched the bar get to like 100%, and it's like, congrats, your game submitted to the App Store.
Do you know the #1 sentiment responsible for deaths by dual enlistment and suicide combined? Romance. Create a cult of thrill and honor, and your acolytes will multiply almost as quickly as the body count. Harding gives readers precisely that. He romances Edward Snowden, whose crimes loom greater than war itself, and in so doing, becomes accessory to treason.
This computer is connected to the FBI's criminal database. The loyalist's name is Fisher White. I don't know much else about him. It's up to you and your friend to fill out the fields. Go ahead and search. Search for you found him. Select criminal history like you did before. Bring up his criminal record. He didn't kill anyone, child.
Exactly. Smart dime store fiction from the mind of Quinn Derringer.
Go ahead and erase the false charges. Go ahead and erase Fisher's criminal history. Okay, good. Let's log out and degauss this machine. Same as before. Run the degauss gun over the computer. Good work. There's one more loyal. that last computer.
Threat level normalizing. Better raise the threat level. Get this over. Door's locked. I need an override. Threat level is returning to normal.
Search the area for any additional information relevant to Rohit Rathore. When you find everything you need, go back to the computer.
help.
I've apprehended the girl.
There's the... computer there.
I'll hold on to this.
This computer's connected to the FBI's criminal database. The loyalist's name is Fisher White. I don't know much else about him. It's up to you and your friend to fill out the fields. You found him. Select criminal history like you did before.
He killed his own brother?
He didn't kill anyone, child.
Exactly. Smart dime store fiction from the mind of Quinn Derringer.
Go ahead and erase the false charges. Okay, good. Let's log out and degauss this machine. Same. As before, run the degauss gun over the computer. Good work. There's one more loyalist to set free. Let's find that last computer.
Gatara's 5 book. Do you know the #1 sentiment responsible?
screwdriver. This should come in handy. Taser.
Welcome to my domain. What would you like? Extend the time you take over Prisvat-controlled cameras. Sorry to see you go.